Hello children, today we are going to start a new topic, that is combustion fuel and flames. How we are cooking our food? By using fuel like LPG gas. Somebody will use kerosene stoves. Of course it is not, they are not using now. Before they used it to cook on the kerosene stoves. If you see in the ancient, from the ancient time, they are using wood, coal, cow dung, means the dried cow dung. We call it as cakes of cow dung, kerosene for cooking the food. Means we use these as fuels for cooking our food. Not only them, even the blacksmith or goldsmith, they will also use some amount of fuel. Means to heat the metals, they use these fuels like kerosene or wood, something for heating the metals. So if you see nowadays, everybody in the rural areas and also in the urban areas, everybody is using LPG gas for cooking the food. Why? Because it is an easy job and there is no risk. So everybody is using LPG gas. We use the light from the burning candle also for heating something. If electricity is not there, means the current supply, there is a, if there is a supply of electricity is not there, so we use kerosene lamp as light because of absence of electricity. Means in sometimes the current is off, so we use different types of fuels. Not only that, even the candle is also used to lighten the light. So here, does the candle and coal will take same amount of time to light it? Which one will burn easily? Which one will get light easily? Yes, that's the candle. It will catch the fire easily. Whereas the coal, it will also catch the fire, but it will take lot of, but it does not give flame. So here the candle will get catch fire easily and it will give flame, whereas the coal, it will take time to catch the fire and it will not give flame, much flame when compared to candle. Okay. If you see all the materials, what we are burning will burn. If you see the materials like charcoal, magnesium ribbon, straw, cotton cloth, nylon cloth, dry wood, pebbles, wax, plastic piece, all these materials will catch the fire like a paper? No. Here there are some substances then which can catch the fire easily, and the substances, there are some substances which does not catch the fire easily. If you see, take a paper and bring it to near to the burning candle. Does it get fire? Yes, it will catch the fire easily. The paper will catch the fire easily. Same as the charcoal. Here coal means it takes little bit time. Magnesium ribbon, it also. Whereas the straw, it will also get easily catch. Nylon cloth, it will get easily. Whereas the cotton cloth, it takes some time. Dry wood, it also requires some time. Whereas the pebbles, it won't catch. Wax, yes, it will also catch, but it needs some cotton thread, that is the wick of the candle, and the plastic piece, it will also take 10. Means depending upon the material what we are burning, the time taking, the catching of the fire is also present. If you take some water in a plate and take the mastic, burning mastic near to the water, what happened? Does the water will catch the fire? Even the mastic will burn as before when you place it in the water? No. Why? Here the water, it is not a burning substance, means it won't catch fire, and even because of the water the mastic will also stop burning. Okay. If you do the same activity by bringing the mastic near to the coconut oil, mustard oil, kerosene, spirit, petrol, does they burn? All of it burn? Yes, kerosene, spirit, petrol, they will easily catch fire. The mustard oil and coconut oil, it will take some time to catch the fire. So, by this we can conclude that some materials burn and some materials does not burn. Okay. Why? Because depending upon the substance, we call it as combustion. Means the catching the fire, we call it as combustion. Means a chemical process. It is a chemical process in which the material react with oxygen present in the air to generate heat is called combustion. Okay. Here combustion means catching of fire is a chemical process in which the material react with the oxygen, means whatever the material we are burning, it must react with the oxygen. Where is the oxygen then? Which is present in the air, surrounding air. And what is the reaction it will give? Means when you are catching the material, it will react with the air to produce heat. We call it as combustion. Okay. And the materials which burn even, means when burn near a flame are called combustible substance. Means any substance which can catch the fire, and means the material what we are burning, we call it as combustible materials. Some of them can also be used as fuels also. And the materials which does not catch the fire, we call as non-combustible materials. Non-combustible. Here combustible means which can catch the fire, whereas the non-combustible which does not catch the fire. So, okay, what is needed for the process of combustion? What is needed? In addition to this, what is needed means we have to perform an activity to know about that. Testing the necessity of air for burning. For that you have to take a candle and a glass. That is a transparent glass. Burn the candle. Place it on a rough surface. Keep it on a smooth surface. So, take the glass and invert it. Place it over the candle. Does the candle will blow like before? Remove after some time. Check it. Here what happens? What will you observe in this experiment? The candle will glow when you are lightened it. What happens when you place the glass? It will stop burning. Why it will stop? Why it is glowing before placing the glass, and why it will stop burning after placing the glass? Means here when you are lighten the candle, the surrounding air consisting of oxygen, that oxygen reacts with that material, that is the wick of the candle. So the wick will burn. When you are placing the glass, what happened? The oxygen amount which is present surrounding air inside the glass will help the combustion. But when the oxygen quantity is completed inside the glass, what happens? It stops burning. So by this we can prove that oxygen is essential for burning for the process of combustion or burning of any material. Okay. You can perform another activity. For that you require test tube holder, lamp, matchbox, instant stick, that is nothing but agarbatti, and potassium permanganate crystals. Okay. Take some potassium permanganate crystals into the test tube and place that test tube, means with the help of the glass holder, that is the test tube holder, place the test tube over the burning candle or the lamp, and means take one instant stick, that is the agarbatti, glow it, leave it for 10 seconds. What happens? It will catch the fire and the flame will stop. Bring that instant stick near to the potassium permanganate. What will you observe? Yes, the instant stick, that agarbatti, will catch the fire. Why? For any material, it will stop burning because the oxygen, carbon dioxide is produced. But here the potassium permanganate, it liberates oxygen. Means when potassium permanganate is burned, it liberates oxygen. So the oxygen which is coming from the test tube helps the agarbatti or instant stick to glow. Means here the instant stick will starts burning again. Okay. By this we can prove that oxygen is also helpful. Here oxygen is essential for glowing a candle or something. Okay. Here the some materials will catch fire immediately when we bring near to the flame, whereas some materials, it takes lot of time to catch the fire. If you see, when you bring the paper near to the fire, it will catch the fire immediately. Whereas when you are lighting a lamp, it takes some time. It takes 30 seconds to 1 minute to catch the fire. Why? What is the reason? Yes, for every material there is a required temperature to get heat. Here the paper is light and it will catch fire easily, whereas the wick of the lamp, it takes some time to catch the fire. Why? Because the wick must get required temperature to get heat. Means before catching the fire, the material must get heated. Okay. So that's why the wick takes time, whereas the paper, it will get heat easily and it will catch the fire. Whereas the wick, it takes time to get heated, and then only after heating completely only it will catch the fire. Okay. So we call it as ignition temperature. Means the temperature at which the material starts burning, means the lowest temperature at which the material starts burning, we call it as ignition temperature. Okay. For that again you can perform an activity. Take a paper. I think you have everybody did it and observe it. What is this? On a sunny day, take a paper, keep it on the floor. Take the magnifying lens as shown in the figure and hold it. Touch the means here the spot which is coming from the magnifying lens must give the spot on the paper. Means the spot should fall on the paper. Keep that spot for 1 to 2 minutes. What happened? The paper will catch fire. How it happens? Because of the heat. Means the sun rays get heated while passing through the magnifying lens, and because of the heat the paper will also get heated and it will give fire. It will catch fire without any material, means any fuel. Okay, this is also an activity. By this we can conclude that the combustible substance has a initially heated to catch fire or burn. Okay, and the lowest temperature at which the substance will catch fire, we call it as ignition temperature. And when a substance starts burning, is heated, means burning heat is produced and it helps to burn the substance continually. Means after starting a material, it won't stop, it will start burning itself. The ignition temperature is different for different substances. Some substances will catch fire immediately. Just now we discussed about the paper and wick of the lamp. And some substances, it takes some required time to catch the fire. And the substances which have lowest ignition temperature and easily catch fire, we call as inflammable substances. Means which have lowest temperature and catch fire, we call as inflammable substances. Example for that one is petrol, alcohol, liquid petroleum gas. That is nothing but gas. Means when you are taking the matchstick near to the alcohol, petrol and LPG gas, nothing but your gas stove, how it will give flame is nothing but due to the inflammable substance. Why? Because it is an inflammable substance. Means it has the lowest ignition point. So it will catch the fire easily. Understanding the ignition temperature. To understand this one, again you can perform an activity. Take 2 paper cups. Fill one of the cup with the water and leave the first cup as it is. And place these 2 cups on the tripod stands as shown in the figure. Lighten the candle under the tripod stands. Which will catch easily fire? The cup containing water or cup without water? Yes, the cup which is not consisting of water, it will catch the fire easily. Whereas the cup which consisting of water, it takes time to catch the fire because it is filled with water. Means before the substance catch the fire, it must heat it. So if the cup want to heat, the water inside must also heat, and when they are heat, when they are evaporated, then only it will catch the fire. Okay, means here different substances have different ignition temperature based on the material and what are the substances present in it. Here the water is present inside the cup, that's why it cannot catch the fire immediately. Whereas the first cup, it will catch fire immediately when you place the candle. Okay, okay children, we will continue the remaining part in the another class. Thank you. See you in the next class.